Welcome to Poplar Bluff Farms. I am here with Rosemary, who this amazing place belongs to. Thank you so much for having us here on your farm today.
My pleasure.
What made you get into farming? Did you grow up farming? How did this all start for you?
I grew up in Calgary.
Okay.
Mom and Dad had left the farm in the 30s when times were really tough, and they had no desire to be anywhere near a farm. But when I was 12, we went to visit some farm friends of theirs, and they had to physically put me in the car to get me to go home. I was just having a blast. And I knew then what I wanted to do. And the rest of it was just figuring out how I was going to get here.
So how long have you been out on this farm?
Oh, a long time. I'm really old. Bought the farm in about 85.
And potatoes, why potatoes?
Well, honestly, I've done everything. In the 30 years I've been farming, I've done everything. I've done animals and eggs and all the vegetables from A to Z. I've done strawberries, raspberries, all of it. But at some point the light went on and I thought, you know, the potatoes are good and people comment on the potatoes. And so I began to focus on them, and I'm a foodie in any case. And so my interest was always in why does it taste better and which varieties taste better, which ones really perform in these soils, in this climate.
Why don't you walk us through the process of, spring, planting, growing, and harvest?
We're really a tiny farm. Conventional growers would have multi-row machines. We have a little 4-row, and it will open furrows, and we plant.
Yeah.
We are supplying some nutrients at the same time because we want to feed the soil as well as the plant. So we'll put some molasses in, for example, among other things, in the soil with the tuber. And what that does, potatoes are very mycorrhizal, so they will make an association with mycorrhizal fungi. So by putting the molasses in the furrow with the seed, then we've already attracted the fungi to the sugar source.
Okay.
So when the potatoes sprout and start growing, the fungi are right there and they're ready to make the association and start doing good things together.
So you talked about a lot of different varieties of potatoes.
There are like 5,000 varieties of potatoes in the gene bank in Chile. And we're still finding new wild varieties all the time. There's lots of breeding companies, and there's a plant breeder in Canada, in New Brunswick, and some in Lethbridge and in Brooks, and who are evaluating varieties. They do variety trials. We can go there and taste and select from there the most promising ones and try them here on the farm.
So what are the different varieties, like some of your favorites that you grow?
Oh, Agria is probably our number one.
Right.
It's a German potato that came out in '85. The best mash you will ever taste for flavor. In 30 years of growing potatoes, I've never found anything like it.
And you talked a bit about French fries as well. Which one is the best for that?
Here in Canada, we like our fries dry and crispy. Kennebec is the gold standard.
Okay.
And so I grow Kennebec for my restaurant clientele.
And do you have a favorite that you grow that's your favorite?
Depends on the day.
Okay.
Yeah, Agria definitely for mash. But if I'm going to do a roast potato or a hash brown, I'm going to use French fingerlings.
Okay.
It's another old variety, red-skinned, yellow flesh. It's got red streaks through it, and it's a little on the sweet side. So it caramelizes beautifully, it gets crisp, and the flavor's awesome.
So earlier you took me inside of the cooler, which smelled amazing. Can you share what that is for and the different scents that we're smelling in there and why they're important for the potatoes?
We use aromatherapy for potatoes to keep them asleep. So dill, caraway, mint, and also cloves contain escarvone. And that chemical is an inhibitor of cell division, all cell division. So it inhibits the sprouting. And basically, even like if you put some on a paper towel and put it in your fridge, it would even keep the mold down in your fridge.
Okay.
So we use that to keep the potatoes asleep.
And you and I've heard from a few different people about the horses going out into the fields and harvesting and the potatoes popping up. Can you share a little bit about that?
Oh, some good friends of Cam and his brother have come out, and they are teamsters. They drive teams of horses, and that's kind of their hobby. So they come out and with a pair of horses and an old-fashioned plow blade, they'll bring up a row of potatoes for the people who come on the tour, and they can come and pick them up and take them home.
Great. That sounds really cool. And you do that once a year?
Once a year.
And usually in August?
In August.
Perfect. So people will have to come out next year and see that.
They
I
will.
want to come out next year and see that. You've talked a lot about, or a little bit about restaurants and distributing. So what are some of the places in Calgary that you distribute to?
Well, Spud, for example, we've been with Spud for a long time, before
Great.
it was Spud.
Yeah.
And so they've been a really good supporter of local.
Yes, they
have.
are fantastic.
Yeah.
And what inspired you or intrigued you to want to get involved with somebody like that?
Well, they were reaching out to customers that I didn't do. I don't do direct to customer sales
Right.
here. You know, I farm enough away from the city that most people don't want to drive 45 minutes to get a 5-pound bag of potatoes.
Right.
So Spud, I deliver to Spud, and they do the delivery, and they do a great job. Yeah. So we also supply community natural foods.
Great.
Sunnyside Markets is the tiniest market in town, and it's the most amazing market in town because it has everything and great people. An Amaranth, Planet Organic.
Yeah, lots of great places. Any farmers markets that you distribute to?
Often on the Calgary Farmers Market.
Why do you think it is so important for people to be educated and understand that, you know, this is where our food is coming from and the importance of supporting local farmers and producers?
Well, a whole bunch of reasons. One is, you're creating a community by buying local.
Yeah.
You are creating a community that is vibrant and self-sufficient. Food security is an issue. Two, this area right here east of Calgary is probably one of the best places on the planet for growing roots.
Oh, okay.
Carrots, beets, parsnips, potatoes, any of the cool season vegetables are amazing here. Really world class. You can't get better anywhere than you can here.
Where can people find you? Online.
You can contact us through the website, you can call us. People can come out here, they
Great.
just need to make an appointment. There's lots of varieties that we sell that don't, for example, do well in a store. Like if you're a Kennebec fan and you want to make fries, you won't see them in the stores because Kennebecs go green in about 6 hours of light.
Wow.
So the stores don't carry them. But if you want Kennebec, you can get them here.
Great. So people, definitely, everyone that's in Calgary surrounding, if you're coming to visit, come and make an appointment and check out Poplar Bluff Farms and surrounding areas because you're going to learn a lot, you're going to see a lot. Thank you so much for having me out here today.
It was a pleasure.
We'll see you next time on Fresh Health.